Well, hello and welcome back to the Bob Ross of Minecraft. My name is Peter. I am the Bob Ross of Minecraft, and that's west. We're facing east right now, which is a good thing, because that's the way that we're going. We're trying to get to 100,000, and we're getting close. Yeah, I think we could just go straight this way, and hopefully not suffer massive amounts of damage. I did that late. It's hard to do it late. Ooh, are you aggroed right now? Hey! Whatever, it's fine. We don't need that sheep. I have got a limited amount of time today, so I'm gonna keep it moving as best I can. But I'm also gonna read some comments while we're going too, so we'll see how that goes. Sherm V4M says first. Congratulations on getting first. It's not always easy to get first, and some people in the comments will say no one cares. And like I kind of get that sentiment because it's annoying to see that comment on every single video ever. Maybe for some, but also it feels exciting to find a video with no comments on it. And to say, holy smokes, there's no comments here yet. But the easiest way to say that is just to say first. So I don't mind. If anyone's wondering, I don't mind if someone comments first on my videos. Chief2752 says, early video today about yesterday, or last week's video. Peter, were you a He-Man fan as a child of the 80s? I've seen the new movie twice now. It is excellent. I recommend it for anyone who was a fan or wasn't a fan. Hey, there's a mushroom. Mushroom biome, very cool. Not every day you see one of those. I was a casual fan. I replied, actually. This is what I wrote. Didn't own any toys, but I did like the cartoon. I'll have to check it out. Haven't checked it out yet. Probably won't see it in theaters. We'll see. If I do go to a theater soon, it'll probably be for something else. Forgive me if I sound stuffy. I feel a little stuffy. But them's the breaks. That's how it goes sometimes. I'm trying to get this recording in before I leave for Portland for a few days. Traveling with my wife for pleasure. We're seeing some old college friends. And that'll be fun. But it does compress the week. So I gotta play some Minecraft real quick. Fortunately, it's fun to play Minecraft. So I don't mind. I don't mind one bit. What is that down there? It's glowy. Ruined portal? Hard to say. Bama Exploration says, I asked him about how he plays Minecraft. He plays on a cell phone, a Galaxy 15A, Minecraft Pocket Edition. The twin nuclear reactors are 100% finished. The hay bales and campfires ended up as a waste of time. Plan was to have smoke rising up from each one, but it was too much for the particle effects. It wasn't visible from the ground, so that idea was scrapped. There is still lava leaking from one side of one tower, flowing to the cemetery. And at night, with hostile mobs walking around, it offers the idea of the leak reanimating the cemetery to a small degree. That's really cool. That's a cool idea, IMO. What are those things? Oh, they're sugarcane. Willie Ludke says, I've been meaning to check on my Switch for some weeks to get the buttons. However, I have constantly forgotten. You were having problems a while back with taking items out of a bundle. On the Switch, you can scroll through a bundle when hovering whatever item you want. You can hit a certain button to pull that item without having to empty your entire bundle. I'll do my best to get the particular button that makes that work. If I do, I'll reply to this comment. If not, maybe someone else can fill that in for me. And somebody else replied, I didn't know it was possible. I'll need to check my Switch too. Thank you. So still no consensus on whether or not how to actually do it. But maybe somebody can fill that in for us at some point. Okay, we better turn here. 92,000 blocks, getting closer to 100,000. Thank you, guys, for your help. Okay. Let's get out the old sword. Actually, probably the water bucket. And we'll switch our perspective and get going here on land. Oh, but I got to scroll. Okay. Frantic Error says, whoa, 82,000 blocks. Keep moving east, Peter. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's the plan. Here we go. Alex Gorod says, I bought a TI non-graphing calculator in high school. My eldest kid used it all this past year for math class, which I thought was funny since I used my mom's high school calculator prior to buying that one. I'm guessing the calculator market has really gone down due to smartphones and apps, but they aren't allowed at school, so it has come in handy. Yep, we were talking about calculators last time, and the calculator talk echoes in the comments, read in the next video. If you missed that calculator conversation you want to check up, you just got to go back one video. Okay, Brandon Campbell says 10,000 block challenge. Which way do we want to go around? I'm feeling this way. Hi, cow. It's a rainy day for a cow. Do cows feel wetness, or does the leather keep them, like, dry feeling? I'm guessing they feel the wetness. First, put your golden apple, dark oak saplings, and pale oak saplings, arrows, and books in the extra bundles. I know for a fact you have. Golden apple, dark oak saplings, pale oak saplings. Will they fit in here? Ooh, we better sleep. Arrows and books in the extra bundles. I know for a fact that you have. Arrows. No. Well, can you fire arrows if they're in a bundle? And books. Okay. Can you fire an arrow? No. That's why I have the arrows out. Brandon. Oh man, I better not. If I lost it all here, that would be quite dumb. Okay, respawn point set. We'll make a new bed. That should open up at least 6 more slots in your inventory, or 5. Now is for the challenge. Collect a stack of any one specific thing you don't have. Oof. Glad that didn't turn out worse. For example, since you have shears and the iron to make more, collect a stack of vines. That's an example, though. You don't have to do vines. It could be anything you don't have, a type of flower, bushes, cacti if you find a desert, dead bushes if you find badlands, mangrove saplings if you find a swamp, etc. Then when you reach your 100,000 goal, utilize your challenge stack in building the base. Ooh, I got to be careful when I'm reading while walking. That's an interesting idea. Okay. We'll get a stack of leaves. That's the easiest way to fulfill that challenge, isn't it? 64. Done. I'll have to utilize it when I get to 100,000. Okay, are we still going the correct direction? We are. Ow. Okay, let's eat. And we'll keep going here. Brandon, good idea. Zachary Micah says, my first job was Chick-fil-A. I started near the end of my junior year of high school. I worked there for 4 years. I got worse with interactions with customers. Oh, this would be a great place to get some coal and iron. Ha! See? Well, coal and copper anyway. I hated making eye contact. Then they started the My Pleasure stuff around 2022. Ooh, I want to put a boat in. That's not a boat. That's a boat. That's not a knife. And I never said it. I would say you're welcome, as it's a more natural thing for me to say. Saying my pleasure made me die inside, like I was being forced to be a fake version of me. I worked more in the kitchen than up front. I'm an introvert, and if I don't know someone, I generally ignore them. It takes a lot of self-motivation to want to go and interact with complete strangers. I hate small talk. Dude, I get you. I get you. And that may seem counterintuitive, but I am sitting alone in a room right now, technically, not really talking to anybody who can give me feedback in real time. They can leave comments and I can interact with those or ignore them, but it's very removed and like safe, you know? So I get that. Also, it reminds me of a story where my dad got a job at a McDonald's when he was young, and on his first day, it was a hot summer day, someone came in and ordered 4 chocolates. That's what they said, 4 chocolates. And so my dad goes through the trouble of painstakingly, slowly, not used to the machines, making 4 hot chocolates, I kid you not. Took him a long time, like too long. And then he brought him up to the counter and the customer was like, I wanted chocolate milkshakes. It's 85 degrees outside. And the manager came over and deduced that my dad was not made for the customer facing. That was not his strength. So he slapped him in the kitchen, said, "You're flipping burgers." And he was actually quite good at that. So that was a win-win. And I wonder if you wouldn't, hello, little guy, if you wouldn't have been better flipping chicken or whatever it is that they do in the kitchen at Chick-fil-A. But you did end up spending more time back there, you said, than anywhere else. So that worked out. Sorry about the my pleasure thing. That is a little doofy. I mean, I get it. I notice them saying it and I kind of appreciate it. But if I worked there, I'd be like, oh. So yeah, it's okay to like not want to be a fake version of yourself. You know what I mean? That's why I'm exactly who I am in these Bob Ross videos. So that I never have to worry about being exhausted of my gimmick. Because my gimmick is just, I am me. Okay, Dad in Plaid says, okay, Peter, all the religious and Switch 2 talk is all well and dandy, but let's get back to some real talk. How do you feel about the current quarterback situation in Minnesota? Again, I'm a Browns fan. I'm used to this. We facepalmed for most of the year while waiting for our QB to finally show up and show out. There is no way the Vikings are used to this. You know Justin Jefferson is about to lose his mind, or is Kyler going to reinvent himself on the team of his youth? Talk to me. If you've not been following this offseason, please spend 10 minutes Googling Vikings QB situation and get back to me. Inquiring minds want to know. I did not Google it, but I do know there's Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy. Oh, and who's the other guy? Is my phone sitting around nearby? It is. Like I had to stop walking there. Real quick. Who are the quarterbacks on the Minnesota Vikings right now?
The Minnesota Vikings' current quarterbacks are Kyler Murray, JJ McCarthy,
Yeah, Kyler.
Carson Wentz.
Oh, Carson Wentz. Yeah, so Carson Wentz is kind of a wild card. I don't know. I mean, the Vikings have had luck with putting quarterbacks that had high ceilings and low actual output in the league by slapping them on a team that's got some decent offensive weapons and a strong defense. And the Vikings have that. I feel that their defense is pretty darn good. And that there are weapons on offense. I don't know if there are any running backs that scare anyone whatsoever. And the offensive line has long been a point of emphasis in the off seasons. And it feels like it just kind of wavers between decent and high potential, but underperforming because of injury or whatever else. So I don't really know. Oh man, this is a really beautiful spot right here. Swamp, spruce, and dark oak with a waterfall. Oh, we're not close enough to 100,000 to justify this, but mental note. Whoops. I tried to take a screenshot there and I pressed the wrong button. Ted would be making fun of me. Mental note. We could come back here. If we get to 100,000 and there's nothing between here and there, that's better than this. But we got to get there first. At the very least, we have to build a pillar at x equals 100,000, z equals 0. Even if it's in the middle of the ocean or in like just a snow plains or something, we got to do something. But interesting gen as far as like height changes along with spruce, dark oak, and swamp all together. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Right, so I feel like Carson Wentz or Kyler Murray, or even to a lesser extent J.J. McCarthy, could have like sneaky, surprising good games. It's just a question of whether or not, right, the team has a little bit of luck, like injury luck, and I don't know, get a couple of bounces go your way and get a little streaky. It feels like what the Vikings are capable of in almost any given year, almost no matter who the quarterback is, with notable exceptions being like Christian Ponder, although he did have a nice 4-0 run to finish 6-6 season, 10-6, the year that Adrian Peterson had 2,000 miles, and Percy Harvin was almost an MVP, but got injured in week 9. And then Joe Webb took over in the playoffs because Christian Ponder's arm almost fell off after a tackle in week 16, or game 16, week 17. Is that they're capable of playing well enough that people are talking about them making noise in the playoffs, and then they have a super disappointing game, either in the wild card weekend or they thump someone in the wild card weekend. Hey, a witch. And then get blasted in the divisional round. What are you doing? Minding your own business? What are you healing yourself? Don't do that. Yeah, now you're dead. And I've been afflicted with a potion of slow moving or something, which is not a big deal. Oh, I just got glowstone dust. That's new. Hey, we could sleep in here, couldn't we? Is there there is. Look at this. This is very handy. Okay, I need the wood first. You know what? I might make a second one too, but let's sleep as soon as possible. And my goodness, I got some stuff in my inventory, don't I? So anyway, I think the ceiling of my optimism and hopes is probably something like one and done in the playoffs. Okay. Don't need you or you. Those are fire protection. I'll combine those when we get to where we're going. I don't mind wasting an inventory spot for that. Okay, and then let's do this, and we'll make one more bed and some sticks. Okay, and then we're ready to roll again. So good question, Dad and Plaid, but I'm undereducated as far as being able to talk intelligently about all that. Getting some spooky swamp music here. It's kind of fun. Hello, baby sheep. I like these flowers too, these cool blue flowers that tend to grow in swamps. Those are cool. Okay, Black Cad, the originals, has been watching for months. Thanks for the Minecraft videos. Hey, you're welcome. You are welcome. Thank you for watching for months. Tina let me know I have 2.81 thousand subscribers. That's 2,810-ish. Because I was not sure. I was guessing 2,500, I think. Off the top of my head, I wasn't sure. Hadn't been paying attention to the old subscriber account much. But now we know. Okay, Wygo Warrior. By the way, Wygo stands for When You Get Old, which is very cool. Wygo Warrior says you finally placed your workstation and your workbench in a bundle, but then you left it at the next place you slept. dope. LOL. By the way, you have, oh yeah, 2.81k subs, which is 300 more than me. Now get to 100k already and build a nice house. That's the plan. I'm trying. I'm moving. Wow. And sheep just totally died, and now I have stuff in my inventory that I don't want. Look, that sheep's getting attacked too. This island, man. It's rough for the sheep. Too many wolves. Okay, we're basically at 95,000, which is quite cool. Let's see if we can keep this train rolling. Maggie's Haven says, I play on PC and Java now. I used to play on a potato of a gaming laptop. Upgrading has made an amazing difference. Yes, that is true. I like playing on my PC, and my PC is several years old now, but with a 990K CPU, it's an i9. Ow. Oh, nope, those don't hurt. They just slow you down. I can get away with an older GPU, which is the 2060 Super, RTX 2060. Eventually I'm going to have to upgrade, but as long as Minecraft keeps running efficiently, and some of the mods help it to run really, really efficiently. Oh, this music is super loud. I don't feel the need to upgrade. Plus, upgrading is kind of a pain, transferring stuff over and redoing settings and things like that. So I'll put that off as long as reasonably possible. But I think we got this. We built this PC on a stream, I remember. It was in like 2018 maybe. Because we went from like 700 subscribers to 20,000 in the span of a few months, which was awesome, on the main channel. And then we're like, maybe we should buy a computer that's a little better. The computer that we were recording on before was $60. It's an old Mac tower that I got from a previous employer. It saw us through though. It got us started. I wonder what I ever did to that. I think I sold it to Ted's son, or I gave it to Ted's son. But that would be a good museum piece if they're still around. Let's scroll up for another comment. And hopefully this music is not too loud. Some songs are louder than others. It seems a little loud to me. But now I'm going to have to remember to fix this later. Yeah, even that is... Whoa! Look at this! Is this the sulfur stuff? I don't have any idea how this works. I've heard about it, and I've seen, like, the mobs. Can I stand on this without getting hurt? What does this do? Does that hurt me? I want to see what the effect is, but it's not on the screen. Maybe that's all it is it just looks like that. Stinky. It's like a geyser, like Old Faithful. Well, I've never seen one of those before. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Ooh, look at this. Oh, let's see if we have a fortune golden pick here. We'll absolutely use up a slot in my inventory if we do. Yeah, let's do that. Ouch! Good grief, Peter. Okay. Ooh, I got a thing I gotta do soon, but I can snooze that alarm. It was set pretty early. Well, we have a golden apple. Protection 1 pants. Obsidian. Do I have obsidian yet? No. Is this going to give me the water bucket challenge? No, because I've had it before. I don't think I want this. Whoops. Put that there. I can hang on to this for now, I think. Okay. East again. Ooh, I got way south of my line. Oh, I suppose for that thing, didn't I? I'm going to have to turn the music back up. I should probably, no, not dressing room. I should probably do it right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay. Dinosaur Protector says, what was that before? 50? My dad bought a TI-99/4A in 1981 when I was 2, and my mom was really upset with him because he had gotten laid off recently, and she was about to give birth to my middle sister. He taught himself how to use it and how to do some basic programming on it, and bought a few games for us to play on it. I remember Hunt the Wumpus being one of the games, and another one might have been Amazing, spelt in such a way that it implies it's a maze game. But I'm not positive. He also taught me how to get the computer to talk out loud. My best friend and I spent many hours getting it to say all sorts of silly things. It sounds like a lot of fun. Those are good memories. And I'm glad you shared them. Shadow Landman says, nope, got too preachy. Yeah, I'll do that sometimes, Shadow Landman. I don't know if you're here and will hear me read your comment and respond to it, but I don't think I get preachy in every video, but I do tend to get a little preachy in the videos in which I get at all preachy. So, you know, if you like the way I play Minecraft and commentate, otherwise, it might be worth putting up with. So, you know, if you decide to come back, cool. And if not, no hard feelings. Don't worry about it. I hope that you get all the stuff that matters big time, well thought about and figured out. Do I want to make bread or do I just want to switch to these? I might just switch to these. We're almost to 100,000. You know what, though? I don't think we're going to get there in this video unless I make this a two recording session video. Maybe we'll get close. Maybe I'll just book it and we'll see. Okay, come on, Peter. Move it. Alex Gorad said Lacey and I were talking about what the worst possible 100,000 spot would be. She was saying snow. That would be awful. Lacey, you're correct. That would be awful. I would be disappointed and probably turn around. Alex said ice spire or the middle of the ocean. And he's hoping that we get somewhere beautiful. Well, thank you, Alex. I'm hoping for that as well. And that actually is the end of the comments. But we'll keep cruising here for a little while longer because the place that I need to go, how far away is that? It's probably in my calendar, which is a great thing that I can do this. Yeah, I'm visiting a house church. Oh, I don't see where it is in that calendar. Let's check Outlook. Actually, I could probably do this. No, I can't. Okay. Calendar. Outlook calendar. Let's see, go. Can I get directions? What happens if I click on that? Oh yeah, I can highlight the address, then hit the map button. I'm trying to do it with one hand, and look, I'm turning. Yeah, open with the map app. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, directions. 7 minutes? Oh, it's only a 7-minute drive, guys. That means I can keep rowing this boat. And look, we're approaching 97,000. How great is that? Should I sleep here? Nah, let's not. We'll be fine. I have a respawn point set not far behind us. So we can kind of just keep pushing here. Right? Why would we not? Ugh. What are we going to get when we get to 100,000? It would be wonderful if it were just like super duper ideal. I would have to protect my bed/respawn point though with a lot of tenacity. If there are hay beds in which we can sleep the night away without resetting our spawn point, then we could put our spawn reset into a very safe situation. A house on stilts that's spawn proof or something. And we could even put some anti-spider measures in as well. That could be fun. Wouldn't have to be that tall either. Just a little bit off the ground. And then spawn proof on the inside, and then a lip around the floor/top of the climbing spot. Am I gonna break my axe? I might. Maybe this is the last time I'll break a boat though. Oh, I just broke it. It's funny that you can break an axe while hitting your boat without breaking your actual boat. Okay, let's do this. And I'm gonna leave it there. We only have 2,500 blocks to go. I'm really curious to see what we get. We got full saturation. We haven't eaten a golden carrot yet. We're certainly going to get there without running out of food or having to make a crafting bench in order to make bread. We'll see how many carrots we end up having to eat. I suppose it has to do with how much running and jumping I do. But the fact that we're almost there and we have no more comments to read from the last episode means I can focus on just moving. And if my commentary falters, I'll keep moving even at the cost of commentary rather than vice versa, because I do want to hit 100,000 and take a quick look around and also get to the thing that I'm going to on time. Although it's fine if I'm not on time. I told them it's a 2-hour thing. It's a house church, right? And I oversee those for my church, and so they said I could show up after it starts and leave before it ends, but they just wanted to have me visit and share some things, which I'll do. And without really getting religious about it, it's just that I enjoy meeting with folks and talking about these things outside of a Sunday morning and outside of a church building, because I think it's important. And I figured that out in my past when my wife and I left a church for reasons that I can get into if anyone's interested. We decided to have our own church with a few other families, just informally, like in each other's houses. And that was helpful. This is cool. I was not expecting a big old hill. It's pretty cool. And the reveal, too, of the 100,000 biome might be enhanced by, come on, you, by the music that hits when we see it. That can always help. But for now, we're just trying to get there. But yeah, my wife and I met with 3 other families. And sometimes a 4th. So there were 4 or 5 families. And yeah, and I thought, even when we find our next church, I'm still going to want to do this. And I'm going to want other people to do it too. I'm going to encourage other people to try it if they have a church home, and if they've never, dealt with not having one. It's like, it's just beneficial. I don't know. It's like we do homework outside of school. Why not do why not think about the things of God when we're not in the house of God? You know? Oh, this is really slowing down our progress here. These ridiculous hills. We won't give up though, we're almost there. We have 1,500 blocks to go. And the higher we get too, the more likely it is that we can travel east without having to climb more, because how much more climbing could there be? Oh, I say, as I see a bunch more. Oh, pale oak. Look at that. Pale oak and snow together. That's not something you see very often either. How much more climbing could there be when you're already at Y112, you know? So the odds are good that the land will be flat or go downhill, but it also could then go right back up too, couldn't it? Okay, we've got some snowy spruce biome on this upcoming hill. I don't mind going a bit south to kind of get around it without having to do too much climbing or too much worrying about the powdery snow that you can get hurt in which you can get hurt. So we'll swing a little south here. Not too far south, though, because you're going to have to find zero soon here. We're only about 1,200 blocks away now from 100,000. Don't fall, Peter. Oh, gosh. Okay. What way is better? Didn't even take damage anyway. Okay. I'm a little nervous. 100,000 is going to stink, but I'm also grateful to have seen that really cool swamp, dark oak, spruce waterfall area earlier. Okay, do we have a fortune golden pickaxe in here? We have a bane of arthropods. No. No, I don't really think we're interested in any of this. Do I want Prot 3 or Fire Protection 1? Probably Prot 3. Could put Fire Protection on some diamond leggings eventually. Okay, let's go back this way while we can. Okay, 99,000. 1,000 blocks to go. Let's get this done. What is that dark? It's spruce. Dark foliage over there. We got to keep winding north here because we're 50 plus blocks off of the equator, as it were. Okay. 900 blocks to go. Suppose once we get there, we're going to have to... What are you mad at? Oh, it went away. Going to have to pillar up and look around, too, to see what's nearby. Because it doesn't have to be gorgeous right on the block. And, you know, sometimes you can't see very far from where you are. So if there's something cool to be seen somewhere, we want to know about it. If it's within render distance, and maybe once the Switch 2 version comes out and the render distance is hopefully, theoretically, bigger, we can think about it differently. Okay, 700 blocks to go. 650. Hello, birds. Okay, let's be ready with the water here. Didn't need it. Didn't need it as... Ooh! Oh, man. Okay. Ow. There is no quick way across this. We're just gonna have to climb. We're 500 blocks from the end, and we gotta climb. All right. Let's get it done. Oh, it's so hard with a controller. Okay. Now we're actually 500 blocks from the end of our quest. The end of the beginning of our quest, right? This will be the point at which we stop headed east and we start looking around. How far behind me, who remembers, when I took that screenshot, what were the coordinates? How far behind me was that one building candidate area? We also had the pale oak and the snow back there, not too far, which is an interesting combination, but I don't know if it's worth going to build at. Yeah, I think it's probably not. It's just an option to keep in mind. Okay, 300 blocks to go. Foliage in my way. Hello, foxes. Ooh. Careful. Don't need to fall down if we don't want to climb back up. That is a big lava pool. Only a couple hundred blocks away. Oh, maybe we'll have a fortune golden pick in here. It's so handy for the early game crops. And since all we have is hay, efficiency. Nope. Not worth taking, sorry. Ooh, do I have a bed? I thought I made 2 the last time I made a bed. No, I just left one behind, I remember. Let's make 2 worth of these. Then we could do one of these. Quickly now. And one of these. Because I'm going to want to look at this in the day. Mobs could have spawned. And now I got to leave that there. So let's make another one. And a couple more sticks again. Okay, leaving this here. We need to head back to the equator. So we're going to angle left here as we go. We're 100 blocks away, guys. 100 blocks away. Da-da-da-da. 100,000. Here we are. Do we have some throwaway blocks we can use? We don't really seem to, do we? I was hoping just like, oh, what's in the bundle in the bundle? Just bundles, empty bundles. Okay. Then I guess we'll use this. Okay, we're at x equals 100,000. Z equals 0. Yeah, and there's my alarm. I gotta roll. But let's see what we got up here. Let's see what we got. Without an axe, this is going to be hard to remove. Oh, there's a village right there. Yeah, and the portal there. A bunch of spruce. Some snow not too far away. Body of water. This might be a good spot. This might be a great spot. Help me decide. Leave some comments. Let me know. Do you want me to back up to that swamp, spruce, dark oak area, or should I build here within sight of the village maybe and use the village for my nefarious purposes? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time in the Bob Ross of Minecraft. Goodbye.